Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about something that we all need, most of us love, and pretty much none of us get enough of. Sleep. Sleep is something that the body needs to survive. That is a biological fact. And in this day and age, I find especially people around my age, not even just around my age. High schoolers have this problem. Adults 20 years plus on me have this problem. A lot of female entrepreneurs and male entrepreneurs, a lot of people have the problem of not getting enough sleep, and it is a big problem that is detrimental to people's health. And coming at it from another angle, it's also really tough on those of us that are trying to lose weight. Sleep is such an essential part of recharging your appetite, your body, and your willpower for the day, and it's really a struggle when you lose sleep to stick to your diet plan. So I'm coming at it from a couple different angles, but the fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, quite literally, I have problems sleeping. And I have for quite some time now, and it is really affecting me poorly. So I went on a mission to try and find some sleep hacks, if you will, to figure out what might help me fall asleep quicker, fall asleep at all. Some nights I have such bad insomnia, I'm in bed tossing and turning for hours. It's terrible. And getting a better quality night's sleep. And I have found 20 sleep tips that have really helped me get the sleep that I need during the night. And I thought I would share them with you. So here we go. Those of you that know me know that I love caffeine, but the fact of the matter is it can take the body up to 10 hours to burn off the caffeine that you've put in it completely. So while I love my cup of coffee in the morning, as do many other people, I personally tend to cut myself off of caffeine between 2 and 3 o'clock in the afternoon. If I'm really behaving, I stop around 1 in the afternoon. So my body has the entire afternoon and evening to get rid of the caffeine that might have some side effects that keep me awake at night. So cut off the caffeine somewhere early afternoon and switch to a decaf tea, an herbal tea or something like that if you need that hot beverage. Just get away from the caffeine. Establishing a routine is very important for children and adults alike. I find personally that when my routines get knocked out of whack for some reason, I end up a little bit grumpy. But grumps aside, establishing a nighttime routine really helps the body get into the zone for, okay, it's time to settle down, time to relax, let go of the day's work, and get ready to go to bed. Whether your routine involves some sort of extensive skincare routine, picking up the kitchen for a couple of minutes, or putting the kids' toys away, doing the same sort of routine every night can really help your body get into the zone without you having to do much thinking. Whether you are a candle lover or an essential oil lover, there is very likely a scent out there for you that can help kind of set the mood for a good relaxing night's sleep. Personally, I diffuse essential oils every night, and I have some sort of combination that involves lavender and usually cedarwood or some sort of breathing aid type smell, and I find it really relaxing and it really helps set the atmosphere and calms the mind. I know we've heard this one a million times before, but these pesky little phones here with their annoying little blue light actually helps stimulate the brain and prevents us from making the melatonin, the natural hormone that we create when we're getting ready to sleep, that our body needs to fall asleep. Now, Apple got really smart, and they actually have a little night light vision thing on here, and you actually turn it on and it dims the blue light and kind of gives an orange, you can't see this, but it gives an orange cast to your phone, minimizing the effect of the blue light on you. But let's be honest, the better choice is to get rid of the technology altogether. Put down the iPhone, put down the iPad, and pick up a book or something instead. Now, if you must have a screen of some sort, I would opt for a television set because you can put the television set further away from your face than the laptop that's right in front of you or your handheld device. And if you choose to watch the television, that's fine. I do that many nights. But when you're getting ready to go to bed, put on a TV show that's not necessarily as riveting and mind-boggling as something you would watch earlier in the evening. Game of Thrones, American Horror Story, not exactly bedtime material. But those reruns of Gilmore Girls or Friends that you can find on Netflix, perfect bedtime material because it's something you already know, therefore your brain doesn't really have to be actively engaged, but you're still getting a little bit of screen time and relaxation time. One of the last things I do before I get into bed is I get on the floor and do some light stretching. Stretch out the hamstrings, do a little bit of child's pose, stretch out the lower back, and it really helps relax the muscles and also prevents me from getting crampy and stuff in the middle of the night. So it's twofold: relaxation now and discomfort prevention during the night. I know all of us at one time or another have suffered from having our mind running rampant with thoughts at 2 a.m. that keep us awake. One of the best things I have found is to get these thoughts down on paper. So maybe part of your nighttime routine is sitting in front of a journal for 5 or 10 minutes and just brain dumping everything that might be on your mind. Get it on the paper, write down the to-do list, and so you don't have to think about, I have to do X, Y, and Z tomorrow. Get it written down so it's just out of your mind. Sometimes, whether it be a rant or a task or a project or a prayer, whatever it is that's taking up the space in your mind and preventing you from sleep doesn't need to be there anymore. It makes it a little bit easier to kind of get it out of your head now, knowing you can wake up and your problems and thoughts will still be there tomorrow, and helps you get to sleep instead. Just like waking up in the morning, the first thing I do is make a beeline for my hot cup of coffee from the Keurig in the morning. At night, I find that a cup of hot tea, herbal tea, non-caffeinated, is really relaxing, and it just kind of soothes the soul from the inside out, and that really helps get me in the mindset of relaxation and time to sleep. I know, right after I told you to go and get a cup of hot tea, I'm telling you to limit your liquids. There are a lot of people that I know that will take a giant bottle of water, guzzle it down right before they go to bed, and basically guarantee themselves a trip to the restroom in the middle of the night. And is there any worse feeling than getting up at night in the middle of the night at like 2 a.m. and having to pee? There probably are worse feelings, but not at 2 a.m. out of a dead sleep, there's not. So to kind of prevent that sleep interruption, try and even out your hydration throughout the day so you don't have to guzzle 48 ounces of water to meet your hydration goal at 10 p.m. You know what I'm saying? Just even it out a little bit. Try and keep it balanced. I find that switching off the bright overhead lights that are around my house in favor of an end table lamp or my nightstand lamp and some dimmer lights really helps kind of calm my nerves and set the atmosphere, much like getting rid of the blue light on the phone does. It just kind of sets a tone for the sleepy time. It allows the eyes a chance to relax and get heavy. So go ahead and turn off those bright fluorescents and just turn on a couple of dimmer lights in the house, and you'll find that it might actually help calm things down and get you ready to sleep a little bit faster and better. You didn't expect to see that topic come up on my channel, did you? In all seriousness though, women, have you ever had your man just kind of turn over and fall asleep on you right afterwards? There is a reason that that happens. While the biological reaction for women might not quite be that extreme as it is for men, all of the endorphins that are released during sex definitely helps relax the body and gets your mind into a happier, calmer, and just more satisfied state. So it's really easy, even if you have to kind of cool off a little bit afterwards, you'll find that just the general relaxation and release of endorphins will really help your body calm down, relax, and fall asleep eventually. Did you know that the optimal room temperature for you to get a good night's sleep is in the upper 60s? Now I know in summer that's really unrealistic without being really expensive for most people, but in the winter especially, knock down your thermostat so it ends up sitting at 65, 66 at night. You'll save money on your heating bill and you'll get a better night's sleep. In summer, you might not get so lucky, but try knocking the thermostat down a degree or two anyway, just to see if it helps you. And if it really does, sometimes the financial implications are worth it. While I love my cool room, my feet get so cold that I actually find it hinders my ability to go to sleep. Now, this could be a CMT related thing because I know my cold feet is a symptom of my disease, but I know I'm not the only woman that has freezing cold feet at nighttime who likes to, touch their husband with their feet and make them jump out of bed. You know what I'm saying? We've all done it. All that aside, I've found that actually putting on a pair of fuzzy socks really helps me. I could be tossing and turning and be like, what is the matter with me? Why can't I fall asleep? And the only thing that I can feel that's physically off is I'm a little bit chilly from the knees down. So I'll finally get out of bed and put on a pair of fuzzy socks and I'll be out like a light in 10 minutes. I don't know what it is, but putting the socks on really helps me. So if it helps me, maybe it'll help one of you too. I don't know. The act of getting into a nice hot tub really gives the body a chance to relax the muscles and lets you wash the stresses of the day away. And if a bath feels like too much work, a hot shower essentially has the same effect, and that's usually the route that I opt for on nights I decide to do this. And you can even get yourself a nice lavender scented bubble bath or body wash that you can use specifically at night to get the aromatherapy effect in with the relaxing hot shower. Once you're out of the shower, pop your PJs on in that cool room, hop in your bed, and your body will be primed for sleep mode. Much like the thoughts that keep us up at 2 a.m., our to-do lists can also keep us up at 2 a.m. So just like the journaling, writing out your plan for tomorrow, your appointments, your schedule, or just your to-do list can really help get it out of your mind, and you can rest confidently knowing that your to-do list is sitting there waiting for you when you wake up in the morning. Now, don't just pick up any book. I suggest you pick up a book that you actually want to read, not a book that you have to read for work or school. Pick up a book that you genuinely want to read on whatever topic you want, and read a couple chapters before bed. I find that this is much more effective if you use an actual physical book instead of your iPad, going back to the blue light thing. Now, Kindle also has a couple of styles of device that doesn't have the blue light effect, so those would be perfectly acceptable as well. But if at all possible, try and get your hands on a real book. If you're a light sleeper like I am, any little noise can rustle you out of a sleep. There have been times that my husband turning over in bed has woken me up, and not because he's touched me accidentally, but just the noise. So I find that getting some white noise going in the room, it really helps distract me from any other sudden sounds that might happen throughout the night. You could get a white noise machine. They can run you like $30 or $40, I guess, on Amazon. But sometimes just turning on an oscillating fan, or in my case, my oil diffuser makes a little humming noise. Any little thing that can make a constant source of light noise for you is the perfect little white noise thing to help keep the rest of the noises quiet. While a lot of people like to believe that having a drink or two before bed is going to help them get the best night's sleep ever, they are completely and utterly mistaken. While alcohol might help you fall asleep, the way the body metabolizes alcohol will not help you stay asleep, and you will inevitably be getting up during the night. So keep the alcohol consumption for dinner time and opt for something else before bed. Just like our bodies like to run on routine, they also like to run on a set schedule. Do your best to be able to establish a consistent sleep schedule and stay within the half an hour or hour if at all possible. If you go to bed at 11 o'clock every night and wake up at 7 o'clock every morning, your body will get into that routine, and it will turn into the amount of sleep your body needs, the automatic time your body starts to wind down and wake back up. What about weekends when you want to sleep in? I suggest, and I'm sure studies have too because I've had to have read this somewhere, that you do not stray from your schedule more than an hour either way. So if your bedtime is 11, you could stay up until midnight or so if you would like. But even more importantly, in my opinion, is your wake up time. If you decide to go to bed at 1 a.m., fine. But if you wake up at 7 during the week, don't sleep in any later than 8 o'clock or so. You'll really knock your body out of whack, and then when Monday rolls around, your sleep schedule is going to be off again. So try and stick to a consistent sleep schedule. Getting a little extra help when necessary is completely fine, and it's something that I do on a regular basis. I pretty regularly take a melatonin supplement. Melatonin, like I mentioned earlier, is the hormone that your body naturally produces when it's time to go to sleep. So taking a little extra melatonin's not going to hurt you. Don't overdose on melatonin, but a little extra will kind of help your body along the getting tired and relaxing and falling asleep path. That's what supplements are there for. They're there to supplement what your body needs. And if you need a little bit of extra help, don't be afraid to go and get it. And there you go. Those are my 20 tips to help you get a better night's sleep. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below if you have any other sleep tips, because as somebody who regularly struggles with falling asleep and staying asleep, I would love to know what your sleep tips are, because I'd like to learn new things from you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, sleep well, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye!